Alright, so I was kind of wondering today how much longer I was going to keep up with these little weekly videos that I'm doing. Uh, was really only going to do it up until the marathon and decided the 50K was coming up, so I kept doing it till that. And sorry, the 100K, not the 50K. And I ran that, so I've kind of gotten a habit of doing them, and some of you have commented on them, more kind of like direct messaging me, so asking for me to keep doing them. So I will keep doing them for a while, I guess. So this week was pretty light. The recovery from the 100K was actually pretty good, way better than the marathon. The marathon really, I felt, beat me up. I think just running on the road that fast consistently, trying to keep an even pace, and took a little bit more out of me than the 100K, which is funny because you think that the 26.2 miles wouldn't be as rough as the 62, but I think it's just the terrain, just that constant pounding, or at least during the 100K, there's a lot of variance in terrain and everything, and I felt way better after the 100K. So that was on a Saturday last week, and since then I think I worked out once at Fit 36. That's all I was able to actually squeeze in my schedule. Then just because we had kind of like a holiday schedule this week. But yeah, other than that, I ran on Thanksgiving, did the local turkey trot, which way back in the day was my very first race that I ever did, that my sister Kathy got me to actually do. That was kind of where my running started, was at the 5K turkey trot that we have here in town. And did that race, ran with Alicia. She actually got a 5K PR, so congratulations. And I think she got like a 2-mile PR. I can't remember what Strava said on that website, but she ran pretty fast, so that was pretty fun running with her. Sunny was out there, but couldn't find her, so wasn't able to see her on Thanksgiving. But I'm sure we'll do something this week. We'll plan a run and go eat somewhere. Other than that, oh, we went running on Friday too. I did 10 3/4 miles with Alicia on the trail. So that was kind of nice. Got a couple days of running. It was nice running on the trail. There was no one out there when we did our out section, and as we were coming back, we saw quite a few people on the trail. Just some families out there hiking. It's kind of cool. Then on Thanksgiving also, I did take my kids up to the trail. We hiked about a mile uphill, and then hung out for just a little bit, then hiked back down. Went to my sister's house for Thanksgiving dinner, and yeah, it was just a pretty laid back Thanksgiving. It was really nice. Other than that, I got my next thing coming up. I got a 50K in 2 weeks. That should just be a fun run. There's no time goal or anything. Just gonna go out there and have fun. It's also gonna be the start of my 10 marathons in 10 days. I'm just running the distance in general. A fundraiser for Campaign for Free Tibet. I was trying to figure out the easiest way to fundraise for that, and one of my friends, Brad, he did a fundraiser for, or I think it's still going on, for Kids Casa, which is a nonprofit that he runs for foster children, and he had it where you could donate money off Facebook. So I looked up Campaign for Free Tibet on that, the option on Facebook to fundraise, and they're on there. So I think what I'm going to do is just set up a fundraising page on Facebook, and that way it's easier to share with everybody. My goal is to fundraise $1,000, basically $100 a day. I'll be running a marathon 10 days in a row, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully I surpass that goal. I'm just kind of setting it at 1,000 because I think that's a good spot to start, and then hopefully I'll do something over this coming summer too. My original goal was to actually run from Fresno to Washington D.C. last summer, or it was supposed to be this summer, and that just didn't happen. Not saying it's not going to happen. It will eventually happen. It's just taking a little bit more time, and I have to get some sponsors and all that. So if anyone's interested in sponsoring that, let me know. I still want to do it for many reasons. One of them being that I want to fundraise for a charity that I feel is worth fundraising for and bringing awareness to everyone. Anytime I mention Tibet to most people, they have no idea what it is, where it is, what's going on. So I figure if I could reach even just one person, that's one person more than hasn't been reached. So slow progress is progress. But yeah, so excuse me, December 9th will be the 50K, and then that'll be a Saturday. Come back in town Sunday, and just gonna start running 26.2 miles every day. Have a couple friends who their businesses are gonna help sponsor me. So once I get more info on that, I'll let you guys know. So those of you that are in Fresno or around here, come out, maybe run a few miles with me. Don't have the schedule yet, waiting on my work schedule, because I'm not taking off from work for 10 days. I need to work, obviously, so my running schedule will be around my work schedule. Pretty sure one of the Saturdays I'm probably gonna go at like 7 at night, because I won't have time to go during the day because I work. So yeah, it'll be a little bit tricky. It'll be challenging, but I think it'll be well worth it. And how's my body gonna hold up? Doing 262, well, and then there's the 50K that I'm gonna start off with, so add another 5 miles, so it'll be almost 270, no, 269, I'll do the math later, something like that, almost 270 miles in 10 days, so the bad part is I won't hit 2,000 miles for the year. It'll be pretty short. I haven't hit it the last couple of years now, so maybe next year that'll be a goal of mine too. I'm also going to sit down and kind of start looking at a race schedule. I'm skipping a couple races this year that I normally do. Just feel it's time to maybe do something else, and I also have stuff that's more important going on those days. So skipping AR50. Think I might go back to Leona Divide. AR50's on April 7th. Got something more important going on that day. Leona Divide is April 17th or 14th, because it's the next weekend. So that might work. I've done Leona Divide, I think 2 or 3 times since I started running ultras, and yeah, I'd like to actually go back out there. I think I've done it twice. Both years there were some course changes, so I haven't ran the same course twice. So we'll see what it's like this year. If I looked it up, haven't looked up the price. That might be a little bit of a factor in there. There's also a 24-hour race in January I've been kind of looking at in Bakersfield, which is only 2 hours from Fresno, so I could just wake up, drive out there, run it, and come back. I think it starts at like 8 a.m., so I can leave town at like 7. No, that's wrong. I leave town at 5, get there at 7, relax for an hour, and then go run. So that might be a possibility also. I just got to look at some stuff. Headlands 100, definitely going to be there. Also looking at Javelina 100. Katra Corbett will be out there. She's making this her, I believe she said it'll be her 10th time. So I was messaging her a couple months ago, or a month ago, and she told me that it's her 10th one and that she'd like me to be out there. And Katra's been someone who I've become friends with since running ultras, and super nice. We ran a few races together. We DNF'd together. We've gone back the next year and finished some of those races together. And she's always been a very positive person when I'm out there. I love talking to her. She's just a really cool person. But yeah, that's really it for this week. So I'm going to start training tomorrow, just to kind of get back into training. I haven't really been cross-training the last 2 or 3 weeks. Kind of cut back for the marathon. Then when I had the 100K coming up, the 2 weeks for that just didn't really work out for me. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes, and hopefully I get some good training in. Gonna try to run on Tuesday with Sunny. Probably try to run a little bit on Thursday, and yeah, just kind of see what the weekend brings from there. And yeah, that's it.